Some Nigerians have accused Kemi of insulting Nigeria and denigrating the country. Are they right or wrong? That's what we're about to find out in this video. Kemi has been in the news lately for different reasons. Kemi was born in the UK to parents of Nigerian descent, partly raised in Lagos before she moved back to the UK. She clawed her way through the political system and became the leader of the Conservative Party. She carries memories with her shaped by instability, economic hardship, and tyranny that she says she experienced in Nigeria. However, her identity story is nothing but simple. A few days ago, Kemi was in the news when she said, of all the politicians in Britain and the Western world, she is the only politician that understands and support American action in Venezuela because, according to Kemi, she has lived under a dictator and tyrant in Nigeria. That except you live under a dictator, you do not really understand. That only she understands. This is what Kemi said. Now, the definition of tyranny, according to the British dictionary, is cruel, unjust, and oppressive use of power, especially by authority over its people. Now, the story that she tells speaks for herself. She recalls the instability and hardship that she experienced in Nigeria. Nigeria becomes a cautionary example in her speech, her past, her fuel, her political argument. Critics have questioned, why is it that she is always attacking Nigeria? Why Nigeria? Why? Kemi Toriolo, why? A few days ago, this Nigerian newspaper accused Kemi of demeaning Nigeria. They said she is using Nigeria as a political currency. Some have argued, why is it that the British, Indians, and Pakistan, they do not attack their parent country? Why is it that it's only Kemi, Nigeria, Nigeria? That is what some have said. She has publicly said she does not longer identify with Nigeria. Kemi said, I am not British. I am not Nigerian again. Britain becomes her chosen political home. The statement shocked many in Nigeria. However, some Nigerians were not surprised. Identity becomes a central conflict. Kemi, according to some, have recently said that she is using Nigeria as a punchline. Punchline, always attacking Nigeria. Some have accused Kemi of being an opportunist. However, her supporters said she is a strategist who is using this to advance her political interests. Her critics sees her comment as calculated political messaging. Some say she uses Nigeria as a foil to appeal to conservative voters. Others said her stance is a principled honesty. This ambiguity fuels the drama which Kemi appears to be enjoying. Well, what is the public backlash? Nigerians accuse her of being disrespectful. Writers and leaders respond sharply. Social media amplifies the outrage. The controversy spread quickly. Now, according to this Nigerian online, he said, and I quote, I am surprised that many Nigerians are not happy with her views. I mean, a lot of Nigerians, including those criticizing her, have most the same conservative view or ideas. Or is it just because of her anti-immigration views? To me, I am not surprised because I already know what to expect from a conservative party when it comes to immigration, social issues, etc., etc. However, Kemi said, the Iron Lady, as some people have described her, she said, I stand by my comment. I will not, it is my personal truth. I reject any call for apology. If you wait for apology, you wait for 500 years. Hard words bring hard politics. Now, some interviews a few years ago, she criticized Nigerian institutions, including the police. Her comments about corruption and insecurity have amplified controversy. How tough messaging attracts conservative voters, as some have said. Kemi even went as far as saying that a few years ago, her brother's shoe was stolen in Nigeria. The Nigerian police, Bobo, we stole your brother's shoe. Was your brother wearing a golden shoe? Do you mean that Nigerian police cannot even buy shoe? Kemi, there is God, oh. There is God. That is what the Nigerian police were saying after she accused them of stealing her brother's shoe. Personal history meets global stage. Growing up in Nigeria under a military rule informs her judgment, as she has consistently said. Her contrast authoritarian regime with military democratic norms. Her words resonate with some Western policymaker who said she is very authentic. She has a first-hand experience of living in a third world country like Nigeria. Morality versus global rule. She argues that Trump is right to remove Mandela because Mandela was an authoritarian who brutalized and oppressed his people. So we should shred international law because morality overrides international law. Her critics stress that the rules-based system, which has kept peace in the world after the Second World War, must be maintained, or else we could be ready for Third World War. Her supporters praise her boldness. Debate intensified as we speak today. Now, a few days ago, this Nigerian newspaper said everything that Kemi has said about Nigeria, they have declared her persona non grata. That means she is no longer welcome in Nigeria. And after I saw that newspaper, myself and my team, we put a call through and we went to Nigeria, led a delegation, and we went to meet the elders in Kemi community and say, Babami, please, Ejo, for the sake of God, forgive our daughter, Kemi, our sister Kemi, your daughter, and forget. Forgive and forget. We gave them cola note and Sima aromatic snap. At the end of that meeting, the elder said, go. We are forgiving Kemi. And Frank, for you leading a delegation, it shows you are a man of peace. You shall return back to England as a chief. So they made me a chief, and this is a symbol of chief. So for my British audience, when you see someone deal with this and this, that means is the equivalent of duke in England. So I am now a chief. And to that, my racist fans, I always say, go back to your country. My friend, they have already played. If Kemi wins the next election, I might be nominated to the House of Lords and I'll be a peer there. So I'll become an elite and establishment. So be careful because Frank is about to go places. So stop telling Frank to go back to his country. Now, she insisted that her experience in Nigeria shaped her perception, but she belongs to the British people. Nigeria passport renewal for years. This creates a narrative of separation and belonging. Some interpret it as a rejection, while others say it is pure realism. A leader in the crossroad within the British political establishment, there has been reaction, misreaction. Some conservative supporters back Kemi. Opposition party critics say her worldview is dangerous. Why her leadership style becomes contention and the debate rage home. Her critics say identity can be selective. Her supporters says personal truths matter, especially in today's world where politicians are often described as being economical with the truth. Stake for Nigerians and Africans in the diaspora. Nigerians feel pride that somebody from Nigerian descent has risen to the pinnacle of British political system. However, some Nigerians said they will rather vote for Niger Farage than to vote for Kemi. That Kemi has done more damages to Nigeria. They will never, some might even pray that Kemi will never win. Let me know whether your views are in the comment section. The diaspora community is divided. The debate continues. Some describe Kemi as a divisive figure. Recently, the Nigerian vice president said Kemi is denigrating Nigeria. He even went as far as saying that if Kemi likes, she can change her name to Karen. After all, her last name is not Nigerian. So if she changed her name to Karen, that means she cannot be, there will be no trace of Nigerianness again, since she said she doesn't longer identify with Nigeria. Now, what is the implication of this story for immigrants in the diaspora? It's for claims of external validation politics, deepening polarization among Nigerians and the diaspora, raises ethical questions about endorsing foreign action. Some have accused Kemi of distracting attention from the real issue. Now, what does this mean for all of us? Identity can neither be chosen easily nor discarded lightly. Hence why you see why I have now gotten my title, Power and Narrative Shape Perception Across Border. Kemi's story reveals how personal past meets global politics and how one's voice can ignite 1,000 debate. Now that you've heard the story, do you think that what Kemi said about her experience in Nigeria is true and she should be commended for speaking the truth? Or do you think that Kemi is always painting Nigeria in bad light? She is somebody who always denigrates Nigeria and she doesn't have your support. Let me know what your views are in the comment section. Don't forget to give this video a like, share, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so. I'll bring another story soon. God bless you.